got this teapot that we were going to throw away because it's got a chip out the spout and the lid's got broken. But before I threw it away, I thought maybe there's something I could do with it, and this video is what I decided to do with the teapot. Drill a small hole in the teapot base for a screw. I found this piece of plastic. It's quite thick plastic, so I'll mark out the 3-inch square. I've opened up the jaws so that I can get this in. Now I want to hold this about halfway in the chuck. I've got a parallel strip which I'll put across there. This is just to give me a flat face at the back, just to nip the chuck on. I'll take this out. I've made a centre mark there by drawing between the two diagonals. And what I'll do now is just line it up with the centre drill. My first thing to do is to clear up the diameter on the outside to about 3 inch. That'll do for that. The second thing is to go down to 2.8 by 0.15 deep. .16. So I made a mistake there. It needs to be 2.4. Turn the tool so this gives a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to blend in the 3-inch diameter to the 2.8-inch diameter. Round a bit more than that, steeper angle. The next thing I want to do is to put a hole through the front, 1-inch hole, but I want it as high as possible, so I'll have to offset these two jaws. I'll slacken this one, tighten this one until I get maybe a 1/2 inch offset. You can use the tailstock with the centre in to measure the offset you've put in. It's not critical. I want the 1-inch bore to come as close to the edge as I can. I'll just slacken these two off and move it back into the chuck. Use the parallel strip just to push it back up against that face. And mark where the centre's going to come. I'm just checking now that 1/2 inch above that will clear the edge. Yeah. Now I've changed to a 3-jaw chuck, and I've changed the jaws from the standard jaws to the jaws that grip on the OD. Next thing I want to do is turn the outside of this down to the 3-inch. Right, so far we've machined a few diameters, machined the outside down and put a hole in. So there's the teapot, and that fits nicely in there. A little bit of play, that's no problem, but you can see from the side it sticks out quite a bit. So what I want to do now is use the bandsaw to cut straight through. I'm going to slice down. I've put this board in to stop it moving from back to front, and I've got a push stick here which I'm pushing up behind the plastic. So I'm just going to face off the saw cut part. This is finished now. So basically that fits into there. Now I need some way of stopping that falling out. So the piece I've taken off, I'll cut some off the bottom and the top. So I've taken the slice I cut off, I've cut that off and left me with this piece, and the idea is that can now go across the back and form a clamping bar. Now I've put two 2mm holes through and a 3.5mm on this side, and countersunk it, and 2 wood screws just so they poke through. And I'm going to take the points off these so when it's fitted there are no sharp edges, and I'm also going to take this edge off. And before I fit the top on, I've put some sealant round there. I'll fit the top on and then wipe any remaining sealant off. Screw this down, checking no sharp edges, and wipe out the silicone that's been used. Now all that remains is to screw it on the wall. And there we have it, luxury apartments for blue tits. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it, and hope to see you next time on Enots Engineering.